Sounds like gunshots. It's a lot of gunshots. Hey, so I'm up on Kew Fin to my favorite camping spot, which is a few kilometers in from the lookout, not very far at all. So I hauled up all my stuff, and it's a New Year's Eve. I thought, oh, this is a good chance to spend the night up here. Haven't been up here in a while, I guess. Geez, when was the last time? I guess since earlier in 2023. Maybe March? February? Anyway, it's been a while. I come up here often just for a day hike, you know, but definitely to come up a few times a year and spend the night, you know. And where I am, the view that I was just showing you is the view kind of to the, I guess, southwest-ish. So it's right where the sun sets, so it's beautiful, and yeah, it's really gorgeous. My favorite, really beautiful here, and yeah, don't know what to say. Anyway, I'll do a few little clips here and there, just staying the night and hanging out. And I'll wish Happy New Year later. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, the sun is probably about half an hour from setting, I guess. It's so bright, I can't even see this. I got this phone going and I can't see the screen at all. I'm just like, holy Jesus. Anyway, Happy New Year. I'm just gonna watch the sunset. It's from this beautiful rock here. Maybe actually I'll cut this off and show you the rock. If I can figure out where the button is, because I can't bloody well see it. Okay, that's better. Whew. Holy man. So this is the rock. It's the rock. Anyway, it's this place, I'm camped just up here. Like, I don't know, 50 meters up there. So I always come here. Come here many times a year and camp up here, like I said, a few times a year. And so I come up to this rock no matter what. It's a great place to watch the sunset, especially at this time of year, because it's setting kind of southwest-ish, because it's, you know, just past the solstice, so the sun's setting lower than normal. And yeah, it's awesome. But this is what's around here. I'll flip it so I can see if I can get a better image. This is magic hour. Such beautiful tone from this setting sun. And the rock. And my stuff. That came out a second. Like with the stone. I feel like I got different tones before. Here, just grab a stick. No, it's probably just one tone really, but you might be able to get different tones with like a rock or something. Should leave that there for fires. Anyway, so there you go. There you go. It's quite warm now out in the sun, but it's going to be cool tonight. Probably down to, at my place it's going down to about 14 degrees, I'd say. So it might go a little bit colder, but actually where I live it's kind of a bit of a microclimate, so it might be around the same. But actually quite often at this time of year it can get down to 10 and has even gone down to 5 at times. So, and it is the tropics, right? Anyway, I'll check in later. Ciao. Yes. Hey, I'm trying to think, might as well, I'm trying to think of where else I want to explore. I've explored a lot of the trails, like on both sides where I live, both ridges. I've hiked up those trails a fair bit over the years. And there's actually, it looks like there's a trail from the Kew Fin lookout, which is just down there, which I parked my motorbike at, that goes down to a village called Meandering. It just looks, it's really pretty far when you ride there, but there's almost a direct trail. So I think I've walked along it for a ways and it's kind of died out on me, but I think that might be my next little exploration trip on my sort of days where I have time to do that. Because right now I go to Kendo on Mondays and Fridays and then come home from my mom's on Saturday morning. So yeah, I got time to do stuff like that. But yeah, do that. Walk away is, I don't want to get into a jam, right? But may jam. Anyway, the other thing is that there's a really interesting, I'll show you. Yeah, okay, so again, I can't really see this ridge here? Okay, hang on a sec. Focus. This ridge here, okay? I've got it kind of marked off on my sort of phone map. I use Gaia GPS. See this ridge here, and it dips down right in the center there, comes up and it goes around. And I feel like it connects in with a trail I took a few years ago. I did 12-day trips. I guess it was when was that? 2018. Oof, it's a while ago. Anyway, I was going to do it like sooner after, but then this sort of thing happened. Everyone's locked. I was actually thinking, what the hell with it? Because I didn't really do much. I didn't lock down or anything like that. But I was a little bit hesitant because they were actually getting touchy about crossing provincial borders here at one point. And I thought, because those trails cross into a number of different provinces, because I'm right at the edge of a lot of like Lampang and Pre and stuff. Anyway, so I didn't, I still came up in the mountain and stuff, but I just didn't do those long trips. Anyway, so the trail on that ridge goes to the spot where I hiked to before, and I thought, oh, that'd be kind of great to explore as well. That would be a long one though. The thing is, the ridges are often have really good sections to walk along, like not too crazy difficult. There's always really dense parts though. Like really, really, really dense. It is a tropical forest stuff, even though it is high up. But anyway, so it's always tricky and you gotta be a bit careful, right? Because I feel like you really want to be able to see the ground where you're walking, right? Especially in really dense ground cover, kind of like this kind of stuff. Like, just walking through that, right? It's like, oof, that's okay, you can do it, but it's rough and you get scratched up sometimes, and also it's tiring getting older. Anyway, but mostly the thing is you got to be really careful with things like snakes and stuff, right? So for me, I like to be able to see the ground. So the part of this thing of hiking way up high in the ridges is that quite often it's really open walking, relatively open. It's really beautiful, actually. So I don't know. Anyway, that's just pondering right now. But now that my kendo gradients are done, I feel more like, okay, my focus is still on that, and I still have a lot to do, of course, but like a lot more now. Feels like, oh, like, geez. Oh, look at that shadow right in my face. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so, but anyway, but it does sort of, I do feel like I feel more open to start heading it back up into unknown trails. Anyway, now I'm definitely going to cut out. I'll probably kick in a bit when the sun's setting. Probably sets, like from this angle, I bet it sets right over Doi Intanon, actually, which is the highest peak here. It's more than 3,000 meters, which is pretty high, actually. There's no glaciers on it or anything. But anyway, I think it sets really, like, it looks like it's going to be a long time before it sets, but it actually sets sooner than you think. I think because of Doi Intanon there and that big, massive shoulder of a mountain. Hey, I was just thinking, I've got my shirt on, I got this plaid shirt and a down jacket already. Well, look at how rosy that is. Anyway, yeah, the sun's just about to set, and it's amazing how quickly the temperature cools down so quickly. It's not cold, but you can really feel it's cooling down. But it did remind me of when I was younger and I was doing my first forays into winter camping. I mostly traveled alone, like in my wilderness adventuring. Not always, though, like with Susanna and my friends Susanna and Graham, and went with Kate and once and Sasha. And not too much, though. Mostly on my own. But anyways, and yeah, so I remember first winter camps up in like Algonquin Park, and Killarney is where I used to be the place I used to go most, I suppose, when I was back in Ontario before heading out west and stuff. But oh my God, and this, of course, the sun went down really earlier. It's not that far north where I was, but still sets around 4:30. And man, you just see that sun go down. It's just like, oh, it's serious. You feel that cold just enveloping you. And, yeah. I wouldn't say it's a terrifying feeling. I wouldn't say that, but it's really something serious about it, and you get a real glimpse into how maybe people were, how important the sun was, especially in northern latitudes. Not just though, right? Sun's vital everywhere. Anyway, but especially in the north, let's face it, right? And the sun comes up, and I remember in the morning I would get up and start make a fire and make breakfast, and then I'd find a patch of sun. It was all in snow and stuff, right? I'd find this patch and lay something down and just lie in the sun. It'd be like 15, 20, 25 below, right? But still that sun, ooh, it's so nice. Ooh, it's setting fast already. Yeah, so I just thought of that. Good memories, good learning. Holy learning curve, eh? But later on, I had a tent, a bigger tent, a bell tent, and it had a wood stove for it. And I used that in Saskatchewan and stuff, Alberta, and had a wood stove in it. And man, I slept at 40, 45 below zero in that. But with the stove going, it would get up to 5, maybe 1. But when it's 40 below zero out, 1 degree is pretty warm. I remember wearing a t-shirt sitting beside the stove, and like just by the tent wall it'd be like 0. But anyway, super nice. Anyway, I'm gonna flip it because the sun's just about to drop. Yeah, there we go. You can see it, eh? Yeah, so I think that's more or less the Doyentenon area. And if so, I'm at about 1,500 meters, touch more maybe, and that's about twice as high. And you can see the edges. Oh, hang on a sec. Let's go here. You can see the edges of these mountains through here, right? These lower mountains. Where's the sun? Oh, the sun's right up there. And then this one here is around 1,400. It looks lower. It is lower, but it looks way lower. But it's not that much lower than me. So it gives you an idea. So the sun's just about to drop. And you'll see very soon it will just go boom. Yeah. So those mountains over there, those are the highest mountains in Thailand. 3,000 meters. If I was in Canada, that would be above tree line, right? For sure. Like let's see, where am I now? No, right now I'm about the same altitude as Banff. About 1,500 meters, more or less. So it's definitely, in the boreal kind of forest, but not tree line. But yeah, once you hit 6,000 feet, you're into the tree line. Yeah. Anyway, not here. Although they do get frost at Doyentenon. They've had frost there already. Let's see now. Ugh, I'm almost blinded from looking at the sun. Jesus. Yeah, you can see it's starting to... Let's see if I can open this up. Yes. There we go. see a line across. See that line across the bottom? That's the beginning of those mountains. It's gonna drop like a rock. It's about almost halfway. Oh no, it's a cloud. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, it's just touching the mountain now, I think. Yeah, there it goes. This reminds me so much of the movie Princess Mononoke, these mountains. Yeah. So tiny. There, it's just about gone. That red you see, that's reflecting up on the clouds above. Sun's down now. Yeah. You can just see the edge of those mountains there. Yeah, so there you go. Beautiful, no? I've watched the sunset here many times. I always often think, oh, okay, if real shit really comes down, probably won't, but, you know, I know where to go. You know, I've got some friends out this way, you know, just, you know where to come. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna get my tent all together, tents up and everything. I just want to get all the bedding set up and everything, and yeah, gonna wait. It'll be dusk for a while, and soon the stars will come out. I don't see the moon. It's like a moon's in a quarter, I think. It's waning, on the way to being a new moon, but not yet. But hopefully it's not a bright moon tonight. That'd be awesome to see some stars, because it's quite clear and not too smoky. Okay, see you later, and Sawadibi Mai. Happy New Year. Okay, good morning. Happy New Year. Sawadibi Mai. Well, it's the morning. I'm gonna flip it around so you can see what it looks like with the sun shining on the hills. Okay, hang on. Yeah. Yep. Sorry. had gum in my mouth. Yeah, so that's it, eh? There you go. Beautiful morning. Don't really, I guess if you wandered off this way, you might be able to see the sunrise from this position, but it's really more of a sunset kind of place. But no matter, because it's nice just to sit and watch as the sun rises. You can see the light shining on all the trees and the mountains. That's really beautiful, even if you don't see it directly. Anyway, so Happy New Year. It was a beautiful day out on the ridge, and I'm going to head back soon, and hope everyone has a good year.